Hi, everybody. We are going to process our notes on page 4. So if you want to open up your packets, page 4, we did the notes yesterday. If you were not able to get the notes done, you'll have to go back and take a look and fill out the information on the top of the page. Today, we're going to start off by doing what's called a keyword summary. So you can write the words keyword summary down here. You can actually write it on this line, but I couldn't get that to fit. And so what this means is we're going to take the words. First of all, we're going to highlight all of these words. These are the key words that we are going to be talking about this week when we're talking about experiments. So I want you to highlight all of these words. And then the 5 words here: problem statement, hypothesis, independent variable, dependent variable, and constants. These are what I want you to write on the bottom. And then we are going to just do a very simple definition. So I don't want you just to copy everything that's on there from above. I want you to make your own statement in only a few words that sums up that vocab. So if you want to follow my example, you are welcome to use my example. If you want to use your own, you can. That's fine too. The first one, problem statement. This is what you are testing, what you are trying to solve. Okay, so the question you are trying to solve would be a way to put that. A hypothesis is an educated guess, or it's a prediction. This is what you think will happen. And you want to make sure you do your hypothesis before the experiment, because otherwise you know what happens. All right, these last 3 are going to be really important, and we're going to talk a lot about them in the next 2 or 3 days. The independent variable is what you change. So what you change in an experiment. That's what I would put for that definition. The dependent variable is what you measure. So that's going to be different based on the experiment, but whatever you are measuring is the dependent variable. And then the constants are everything that stays the same. So constants stay the same. In review, problem statement is the question you're trying to solve. Hypothesis is an educated guess. Independent variable is what you change. Dependent variable is what you measure. And the constants stay the same. All right. So I just thought I'd give you a real world example. This is the exact experiment that Mr. Olafson, I, did in 6th grade. Would have been, let's see, 6th grade physical science for the science fair. And I just wanted to show you how this fits into what we've been talking about. So, problem statement. What is the effect of brand type on paper towel strength? My hypothesis was I think Bounty will be stronger because it is quilted and thicker. If you ever had Bounty versus Target brand, that's what I was testing. The independent variable was the brand of the paper towel. So I had 2 tests that I did. I set up the same thing twice. I had pennies. I had a water bottle that I sprayed onto the paper towels. And then I put pennies on the paper towels. I stretched them out over like a Tupperware container. And then I saw how many pennies I could put on before the paper towel broke. So the independent variable, what I changed between these 2 tests, the only thing that I changed was the different type of paper towel, the brand. The dependent variable, which is what I measured, was how many pennies it could hold. So I counted one by one until it broke. And then the constants, I had to have the same amount of water I sprayed. I can't remember how many sprays I did on each one, but I measured it the same way. I put the pennies on the same way. I had the same, made sure it was the same size of Tupperware container and the same size of paper towel. Everything else except for the brand. The brand was the only thing that was different between the 2 tests that I did. And my conclusion was that the store brand was actually stronger than the Bounty. My hypothesis was incorrect because I thought that the Bounty would be better. It seemed like it had a name brand and was more expensive, but the Target brand held more. So that was my conclusion and summary. of the experiment. So then after that, I ended up buying Target brand paper towels because I knew that they were stronger. All right, so you are going to identify the independent variable, the dependent variable, and the constants from 4 experiments that the Mythbusters did. If you remember the Mythbusters, they were on TV for a long time. They did a ton of different experiments on things that people sent in that they had questions about. So there is a link you're going to click on Schoology, and it's an interactive link. So you'll click through the videos, and it'll go to 4 experiments. The first one is golf ball car. The second one is elephant versus mouse. The third one is lawnmower versus bullet, and the fourth one is running in the rain. So what I want you to do is on the left-hand side of page 4. So if page 4 was over here, this blank page, I want you to make it look just like this. So take a minute to write this down. You can use the entire page just like I did here. And as you watch that video or those videos, I want you to put your guess for the independent and dependent variable. It'll tell you the right answer. So if you get it wrong, that's okay to go back and switch it. It doesn't talk about constants, but I want you to write in at least one constant that you think needs to be the same in each one of the experiments. So that's the assignment for today, and then we're going to move on to the next step. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks, everybody.